Well, grateful to see you. Happy Saturday. What's going on, guys? We are 1 month away from our big Connect Australia and New Zealand conference, and it's right around the corner. So everything is driving to that. If you're excited about that, like give me a wave or put a one in the comments below. Like that is the biggest thing. I'm telling you, every single time we've seen these events, I've just seen the most miraculous things happen. So if you don't have your ticket, I'd absolutely encourage you to grab it. We just came back. We had a Connect event out here in the States. And guess what? The story happened again. We literally had a teammate, Gina, that decided to go to the event the day before the event, called off work, figured out the ticket, flew herself there, got there, left, and is already promoted this week. We just got back. Like, that's what these events do. So if you've ever wondered, what's the best thing I can do for my business if I feel stuck? If I want things to go faster, if I want things to go further, who here wants more speed and growth in your business than you're seeing right now? I do. Right. That's why I'm going out to Gold Coast as well, too, because I want more as well, too. So I'd absolutely encourage you. It's the best thing that you can do for you and you can do for your team. So my challenge up front is number one, if you didn't go yet, if you don't have your ticket yet, grab your ticket, figure it out. Figure out the way will appear, right? Just get the ticket. You'll figure out how to get there. Number two, if you already have a ticket, then be thinking, who else needs to get a ticket to? Who else do I need to get to this event? Because I'm telling you this, you're going to be so excited to see what's going to happen. And they're going to thank you to see what happens as well, too. All right. So is that cool with you guys? Are you open to accept that challenge? Like it's going to be a phenomenal. We're chatting with and we're masterminding with Alana. And I'm telling you, she has things planned for this event. Rick and Janine know even more than I do. But there's some there's never been an event like this ever in this region ever. So it's going to be incredible. All right. So be sure to grab it. Now, today, what I want to do is I want to share with you guys something that we've come up with out here that is already shifting things in this business, because you can know all the skills. The last couple of weeks, we've gone through things like the business activity tracker. Who here has been tracking your daily activities, for example? You've been starting to do that. We post every single day, right? We're starting new conversations. We're following up. We're doing all these things. That's absolutely important and absolutely vital, of course. And if you haven't yet, then it's in the boards. You want to make sure that you grab that and start to go through that. Like we've seen, anything that you track will grow. And that's just how life works. So we have that, and it's been working super, super well. But I also wonder, have you ever felt like in your business, I mean, you're on this call, so I'm talking to the right people. You're doing the do. Have you ever felt like you are going through the tracker? And we could do better, right? But we're doing it. We're showing up. We're posting. We're talking to people. We're prospecting. But you feel like your results just aren't that fast. Or maybe you feel like duplication's slow. Other people aren't doing it. Or maybe you feel like you have to drag yourself to actually go do your business and it's like not growing as fast as you want. I think all of us have been there, right? So what I've realized is this: to be successful in life, to be successful in business, it's not just about hard work, right? It's not just about hard work. I think all of us in our lives, who here was brought up in a family where they told you, Cindy, where they told you, Angela, just work hard, right? Go to uni, like be good, be a good citizen or whatever. And you're going to be successful. But have you realized that it's not always the hardest working people that get the most success? In fact, I'll be honest with you. I remember hanging out with some of my business mentors. I had an opportunity to literally live and move in with one of my mentors. I was hungry. I'm like, I need to figure out what is the secret to success. So I figured out a way, Rick, to literally get in. And you know what I did? So we were doing meetings in person. I would have a 2-hour drive between the meeting location and home. And on the way back, I would drop by my mentor's place and pick up some tips. So one night I was really late. So I decided this would be my night where I would make my move. It was 10 p.m. at night. I'm outside of his big double door glass, window doors in his multi-million dollar home. And I have a luggage with me. I was planning on going home, but this time I was planning on staying. I'm like, you're going to, somehow, you're going to let me in. So he opens up his doors, and I think he knew what was going on. And he's like, what's up, James? And I was trying to be kind of sad. Oh, I'm really tired. And, I guess I got to go home now. It was weird. And you know what he did? He closed the door on me. But then he came back and he opened it up. He's like, all right, James, you can stay the night. And that one night turned into 3 months. So, anywho, the reason I bring that up, I'm not saying to do that. I wouldn't say that's a good suggestion. But one thing I realized was, and it was really mind-boggling to me, is I would hang out with him, and to be honest, he almost looked lazy. Like he didn't do that much work in a day. He would hang out with his kids. He would go to the gym. He would make a call or two. And then he would just be at home all day. He would actually be in gym shorts and, just a normal t-shirt. And I'm like, and yet he's making millions of dollars. I'm like, what's wrong with this? Fina's going to knock at her door. I know, right? We have a line of people. It's going to be so fun. And that's when it dawned upon me. It's not just about working hard. If you build with a system and a strategy and you leverage a business like what we have, you too can build a lifestyle of freedom and flexibility where if you don't want to, you don't have to work as hard. Now, there is a time you have to put in the work. There's time you have to sacrifice, but there's also times that you can enjoy that as well too. Isn't that what we're all doing this for? Who here wants to not just have more money, but you also want to have more time to enjoy the fruits of your labor as well too, right? You want to travel with your family. You want to take a holiday. You want to be able to pay off your debt and not worry and be stress-free financially. You want to be able to not wake up to an alarm clock, right? Or not have to drive through. Is there such a thing as rush hour traffic? Is that a word? Yeah. Can you imagine not driving through rush hour anymore? Like these types of things. You want to live a certain type of life of freedom and choice. If you go in rush hour, it's because you chose to, because you just love to feel like you're in traffic, right? I don't know why you would, but anyhow, that's what's possible with this type of business. But how do you get there? If you would like that, give me a wave or put a me in the comments below. It's about systems. It's about understanding how to really build this so that you can have massive duplication, right? And that's what we want to help you with. That's why Rick and Janine are here to help you. That's why Fina Toscano is here to help you. That's why we have so many people. The Harpers are here to help you because many of us, we've experienced these things before and we know some things and we want to give you those secrets as well too. All right. So with that said, that's why number one, the biggest thing that will scale that really is going to the events. Like I'm just going to keep it real. I've never seen another top money earner do major things if they don't attend the events. It's just Rick, Janine, have you really seen much? Right? Like, no, like it's just
no. It's the common thread.
Yeah, it's a common thread. It just doesn't, it's like it's a part of it. It's just right. It's you can't, there's not in the vocabulary. Otherwise, it just has to be that way. So
I don't know why you not want to go as well. I mean, it's just so much fun and pleasure and enjoyable. Like to be able to get success out of something that's so
yeah.
good. It's actually crazy. It's probably one of the main reasons we're in the industry. It's just the joy of travel and being able to hang out with great people. Very, very cool.
It's exactly what it is. It is the most fun part about what we do. Right? You can make money in many different ways, but the people we have here, the fun, the events and everything, it's different, I love to ask Fina, because Fina, you travel everywhere. Fina is on the Partners Council, doing amazing things, vice president. You travel a lot, and especially for events like PXP, you've also traveled to Europe for their PXP. I know you're traveling out here. I know you're going to Gold Coast. Straight up, Fina, it costs money And it's, you're busy and you're working and you have stuff going on. You got kids. For me, I think I can't afford it. But what's your philosophy on affording a trip like this? If someone's thinking that, what do you think? You're mute right now as well, too.
Yes, James. To make money, you've got to put money in. You've got to invest money to make money. That's philosophy number one. In any business, whether it's a traditional business or whatever it is, there is some sort of an investment that you have to put in. And I can say personally that I've made more money than I have spent in my travels.
That's the key. Yeah, it's a risk you put in first, and it always comes back. It's always reciprocal like that. And I know it's hard for people to believe that if you haven't experienced that, but our challenge to you is take Fina up on what she did and just say, let's just try it once, right? Worst case, you're going to have the time of your life. And my promise to people is this: if you go to the event and you hate it, I will personally refund you the ticket for the Connect ticket. Like it's,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there are so many golden nuggets that you gain from these conferences, insights that you can't otherwise get sitting in your lounge room. And then you have all of these friends of yours watching you and saying, I want to do what she's doing. And then they come on board. And it's a great marketing tool without even saying anything. All you have to say is, I'm going to this conference, and you have people texting you, hey, what do you do? Can I be part of this?
So true. We've seen that happen time and time again. Awesome. Thanks, Vita, for sharing, and excited to see you in a month. This is coming up. It's going to be so, so close. My gosh. So if you already have a ticket, put a 1 in the comments below. If you don't have a ticket yet, but you will get a ticket, put a 2 in the comments below. We're going to start organizing everyone that's going. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to make sure that you have the best experience ever. Okay. So all the ones that are thinking, who on my team needs to have a ticket as well too. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is then there's a roadmap. Okay. And this roadmap we just introduced out here in the States. And thank you, Rick and Janine, for translating this into Australian dollar. And I want to share with you guys this roadmap. Now, question for everyone here. This is a real question. How much money a month? Let's just talk money. There's a lot of things we can get here, right? But one thing is a business that thrives. How much money a month would you like to earn in your partner co-business? Like, throw it in the chat below. What would be incredible for you? I'll throw this in the chats as well too, so you guys can have this. But yeah, what would be amazing? There's nothing too big. There's nothing too small. It's just, what do you want? I see 50,000. I see 5,000. I see 6,000. Awesome. What else do we want? What will be life-changing? Right? Is an extra 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month? Like, what is it for you and your family? Because that's what matters, right? Don't worry about what other people say. 10,000 a month. Awesome. All right. 10,000 a month. Very popular number that's there, right? So whatever that it is, we have come up with an idea of how you can actually get it. Okay. So you can have certainty. And how do we get this map? We just got an opportunity to pull all the numbers from around the world. PartnerCo is over 200,000 partners, right? 50 markets everywhere. And what we did is we looked at all the statistics of what title people are at and what they're actually making. Has anyone here ever been confused? You're like, I want to make X amount in PartnerCo, but I don't exactly know how to do it, right? I know Christy wants to make 5,000 a month. And you know what? You're probably thinking, I just keep on doing this and somehow make 5,000, right? When you don't have certainty and clarity, there isn't confidence. Well, for the first time ever, real numbers, we now have the numbers on what titles actually earn what income. This is huge. So I want you to look at this. So for example, one popular number was 5,000 a month, Australian dollar. You're going to want to look at vice presidents, like Rafina's at, for example. Okay. Lucia's at. We have other vice presidents. Vice president, how does this work? The top 5% of those that are vice presidents on average are earning almost 5,000 a month. Okay. And what does that mean? That means that they're actively building their business. That means that they're growing and everything. So that's something that we'll look at. Now, how about 10,000 a month? That was another popular one. Officers, the top 5% of officers make $9,500 a month plus. Now you have a mark. Now these are averages, right? Some make more, some make less. We move into the general direction. What we've done is we've broken this down now into a simple game where we have a couple layers of this, where if you follow this, you're going to know your game to play. And you're also going to know how to lead your people to this too. You see, the secret of being able to earn this and scale this, which we haven't had really in the past, to be honest, and now we have it, and people have done super well, is we now have something where day one, you can go up to Rick and Janine and be like, guys, what do you want? I want 10,000 a month. Here's your goal, officer. How do I get there? Help people get to vice president, director, manager, and ultimate, for example. We just put this together. We just launched this. You guys heard from the Dana Harper last week. Dana and Amelia took this chart. They shared it with the prospect, talked about their goals. That prospect saw the vision, got started with an ultimate pack right away. This week alone, they've personally sponsored 2 ultimate packs. Guys, it's over $1,000 they earned right there. Why? There's clarity now. There's vision now. It makes sense. So I want to walk us through this. And my encouragement is this. Look at where you're currently at, of course, but it also challenges you. Play the game from the beginning. Imagine you're brand new. And imagine you're looking at this day one. And your goal is, how fast can I do this and unlock everything? If you're new, well, that's easy for you to do. So number one is this, and we've already talked about this, but 3 and free. Many of you have already sold at least 3 products, right? Who here sold at least 3 products, partner co products? Yeah, give me a wave or put a 3 in the comments. Like, you hang here, you follow the systems, you launch your business, you go through AUS, you do the thing. You're going to get some customers. If you're having struggles there, just keep on plugging in, go through the systems, ask for support. Good job, Angela. Good job, Nikki. Like, that's what I'm talking about, right? Once you're there, the next step, though, is to go ultimate. Why? That unlocks the compensation plan, so you have double bonuses for life. Who here's already ultimate? Give me a wave or put a U in the comments below. Ultimate's big. Angela is, and Nikki is, and Rick and Janine are, of course. And so many of you are. Lucia is. Congratulations. Ultimate, if you're not there yet, you want to. Fina, absolutely. What's ultimate? Ultimate really is a commitment. It is putting your flagpole down saying, I'm in it to win it. Because if you go ultimate, that means you are at the highest level commitment level. Think about it this way as well, too. If you want to make 5,000 a month, if you want to make 10,000 a month, and you're looking at me as the leader, can you imagine Lucia comes up to me and she's like, James, what business level are you at? Right? What business level are you at? Let's say there's 4 levels, right? Activated, business, elite, and ultimate. Can you imagine I told Lucia, I'm actually at a business level. Wouldn't you naturally think, why aren't you ultimate? Like, are you not all in or something? So really, when you decided to do ultimate, it changes the game. For a while, I was at business, to be honest. I'm like, why spend the extra money? Why sell the extra stuff? Like, I'm okay. I'm making some money here. But when I realized that it was holding back my mindset, it was holding back my business, because monkey see monkey do business. People copy what you do. I said, I got to figure out a way to go ultimate, set a goal, figured it out. To answer Fina's question, in US, it is 8 weeks for ultimate. In Australia, New Zealand, it's 4. But just know, if you're over 4, we can talk about it. We'll figure out a way. And we want to make sure that we get you to ultimate, all right? So also think to yourself, if you're already ultimate, think who in the team needs to go to next. If you're not ultimate, talk with your coach, mentor. Be like, how do I get ultimate done? What's a game plan? Make sense so far? All right. Then, number 3, managers next. Managers, when you get what's called 1,000 pay line volume, you're building 2 teams, you have 1,000 sales in your smaller team. This is when you start getting some duplication. Managers on average make $1,750 a month on the top 5%. Okay. How do you go manager? Here's the secret. And this is what I want to put in your mindset. The secret to getting everything that you want, the secret to earning 6 figures plus, the secret to being able to hit all the goals that you talked about is helping other people win. Okay, helping other people win. That's what you see Rick and Janine do so well. Can you guys tell? They spend so much heart and energy thinking, how do I help my team win, for example? So if you want to help your people win, then life's going to be good. I know Lucia is huge on how do I help my team figure this out? How do I help them crack the code? And many of you here as well too. So if you want to go manager, help 2 people go ultimate. Basically help 2 people do the thing that you just did. Okay. Then you want to climb up. Let's say you go director. Directors make over 3,000 a month. Director, guess what you do? Help 2 people go manager. You help those 2 managers get 2 ultimates. Do you see how this now starts to produce this chain effect? And now you have everyone working together on this. Okay. Vice president, same thing. Vice president, you're almost 5,000 a month. This is when you help 1 teammate on each of your lines go director. You help those directors find 2 managers. You help those managers find 2 ultimates. If you're still following me, give me a wave or put a me in the comments, right? It's like, okay, I want you to start thinking in this simplicity way, because this is how you're going to see this thing start to really scale. Okay. Officer, same thing. This is when you get close to 10,000 a month and you're helping 2 vice presidents and so on and so forth. And then senior officer is the big one. Senior officer, we're partner co, you're on their map now. They're looking for 100 senior officers around the world this year. And we are committed to have as many of them coming from this team. All right, we're competitive. So with that, I mean, 22,000 a month, that's not bad at all. All right, Rick and Janine, I think we could do all right with that. I think you can afford us a little bit of dinner if that once it happens, right? So, same thing as well too. And by the way, who here has seen there's cool things like being able to win trips with Partner Co. There's Malaysia, right? Rick and Janine were able to win it. Fina was able to win it. I know Stacy won it. I know Jody won it. There's many people that are winning it. Guess what? If you focus on doing these things, they will help you automatically win those trips. Like you're just going to make enough. You're going to do enough. One more thing on this. There's also one big goal of not just hitting it once, but consistency. What we've also realized is this. Every week, you're not going to get promoted. Let's be honest. It doesn't work that way. But once you hit a promotion, here's the challenge. Don't just stay there and hit it once. Do it at least 2 more times. You want to get consistency in it. So let's say you went manager. Who here is not yet manager? Not yet manager. Okay. Your challenge is go manager, Angela. And then after you do it at least 2 more times. Okay. Once is great, but big success if you could do it a couple of times. Alicia, we're going to get you to manager, right? Christy, let's figure it out. So get it the first time, yes, but then do it at least 2 more times. Why? Consistency builds confidence. And you're going to see how your business continues to build. And more than likely, here's the truth. If you aim for manager 3 times, 3 weeks, doesn't have to be in a row, just in it as a whole, you're probably going to be a director because you have so much growth that's happening. So hit it once, yes, but then hit it a couple more times. Does that make sense, guys? Play that game. And you're going to see how that duplicates into your team in a very, very healthy manner. All right. So we introduced this concept when we just came back from our event out here in the United States. And we had some teammates run with this. We had a teammate, Shauna. We just did a really cool, what's called a drop talk. Lucia, when you say 3 times, it means you do the same level of production 3 weeks. So if you did vice president, it's 3,000 pay line volume, do another week with 3,000 pay line volume, do another week for 3,000 pay line volume, like that. So we had a team that took this blueprint and they said, I see it, I got it, I know what I want. So Shauna Carroll, she was, I think, a vice president. She's lost, gosh, probably 30 kilos on the drops. Changed her life. She did an incredible drop talk. She did an incredible presentation yesterday. And she took this with her and her team. And she literally just went down. She's like, where do we need to get you to next? And this week, she helped multiple people go ultimate. This week, she helped multiple people go director and vice president. And then she herself went senior vice president this week. And it was the week after a big event. Guys, have you ever traveled before, especially to events like this? Who here knows the week after you travel is usually slower, right? You're tired. You're like figuring things out. You're figuring out work and kids and, everything at home piled up. This worked so well and was so clear that she now is a senior vice president. In fact, I think she's going to wrap up officer and be at the $10,000 level, for example. Okay. Why? She took this blueprint. She looked at it. She said, what do I need to do? How do I help my people do it? And then how do I start to duplicate this out? And their entire team is on fire, guys. It's only been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Okay. So there is your blueprint. I will drop it in the chat one more time. My challenge to you is figure out where you're at, start going through this. And when in doubt, just start from the top and start going through these again. By the time that we see you in Connect, by the time we see you in Gold Coast, you could go through multiple of this part of the blueprint, having a thriving business, new teammates, duplication happening. And I bet if you follow this, you're going to have multiple new people in the next month that you don't even know right now, that are not even in your business right now, come to you at Gold Coast. They're going to see the vision. They got a blueprint and you're going to run out of it. And it's going to be explosive, bringing you and your business and this team to the absolute top. All right. We're seeing it happen. We want to see it happen here as well, too. Who here is down to make this happen and see this happen in your market? Okay. We need everyone's partnership on this. I promise you, if you run with this and you run with us on it, we're going to have the greatest time ever. Rick and Janine, any notes on this as we start to close this off?
Look, I think one of the main things we love is if someone's really embracing this is to PM us, reach out. We'd love to be able to sit down and work through it and make it happen for you. And the more the merrier. Let's get busy.
That's the key.
And yeah, fantastic. Thanks, James.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I also want to ask Eustace. Eustace is the numbers guy. Eustace, when you see those numbers and you see it laid out like this, what comes to your mind? How do you feel when you take a look at this blueprint? You're on mute right now, and you're disappeared. You're a ghost. I know. There you are.
Sorry. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, looking at the numbers, I think it's something that's easily achievable, and especially when you achieve it once, you can definitely go up and achieve it again very quickly, and that's what we have seen moving up from manager right up to the vice president. We've seen it go very quickly.
Come on, let's go. All right. Well, that is our mission. All right, everybody. So let us know once you and your teammates grab a ticket, and then let's continue to run this together. And 1 month to go, guys. And we're going to have the biggest celebration, the party ever. All right, everyone. If there's anything we can help, let us know. Have a great one. Thanks for being on this weekend. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Feel free to mute yourself.
Thanks, James.
Thank you so much, James.